Hi guys, so here's another video on doing a poinsettia with the Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Concentrated Watercolor. I'm using the cherry red and I am going to be using my, where is it? My mop brush, which I cannot seem to find at the moment. Found it. So my mop brush in the 1 and the silver black velvet in the 4. And here's what I'm going to be doing. I hope you guys like this. I'm just going to make sure that you can see it clearly. You can find this tutorial already on the YouTube channel. And I am going to use this spot to do the concentrated watercolor one. And here we go. So just blending, not blending, but shaking the bottle. And I am using the color directly from here to add 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. And then I'm going to take my mop brush and with just water on it, I am going to touch the center and draw down. And then using the tip, getting some water, I'm going to do another one right here. Then again, touching the tip of this in water, pressing down, drawing out the petal. Same thing again here this way. Making sure I don't have too much water again. Drawing a petal and the other portion of it. And then again, doing the same thing for this one. And then just doing one more here. Trying to leave that white space in there still, right? Tried to do it the best I could. And then I'll just do one more because I think there should be 5. So while there wasn't space to add the little dot, I'm just adding one more over there. And there we go. We have our little very basic poinsettia. I'm just going to let this dry a bit and then we can do a second layer. But look how pretty it is. Like, look at the blend in the color that you get. And then you can look and see in this one, there's a difference. The blend for these concentrated colors are just so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of yellow for the center. And for that, I'm using my yellow ochre. And I'm going to use the number 4 to add that in. So there's no harm in adding this in while we wait for things to dry. And I'm just going to add a couple of spots. It doesn't have to be perfect. So once that's in there, I'm going to actually go in and get some of the concentrated color directly onto my palette. I still have some color from the previous one, but that's okay. And I'm just going to get it off to the side. A little goes a long way with this, so I don't want to add too much. But I would like to add a little bit of black into it just to sort of see what we get. And I want to get this to be darker for the top, so I'm just going to add a couple of spots here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now using that color, I'm just going to go ahead and create petals. There's one. There is another. Let's do another one here. And let's do one more here. So as you can see, it's super pretty. It's very dreamy almost, the way this is transitioning onto the sheet of paper and the way it's kind of blending in. I love this effect. And so if you have these colors, I highly suggest trying them out. Especially if you're looking for a certain effect, which is kind of like this. And now what I'll also do is add a tiny bit of black just at the bottom there. And when I say black, I mean I'm going in and I'm mixing it in with that little bit that I have on my palette. And I want it to be, I just want there to be a little bit of a dark center, just to give it some sort of dark to light. And I missed the boat again on catching it when it is still damp, but that's okay because we can just kind of do our little dabby thing and achieve the same effect. Not quite the flaring out effect, but we can kind of get it to look like it's got a dark center and fading out into this nice jewel pinky red color. And all I'm doing is I'm just kind of dabbing this black color around in the center in hopes that it'll kind of form a nice dark to light. And it's doing a pretty good job, and I kind of like how this is turning out. So, yep, here's another way to create a poinsettia in a pretty pink. And you can probably do the green leaves in pretty much a similar fashion. So look how cute that is, right? Like, there's the two different styles that I've done. I'll just do the leaves really quickly. So for the leaves, I'm going to use a spot here just to kind of get some of my turquoise blue. And I am just dropping a dot right there. And then I'm going to use some of my lemon yellow, which you can see it's like stuck at the base because I have not used these in a while. I love using these, but it's just been so busy and I've not had a chance to kind of get into things. So here I am intentionally doing a Christmas holiday video on poinsettias so we can indulge in these beautiful colors some more. So I'm mixing the color to get my nice green, and I've got like a nice turquoise green. In fact, I think I'll add a little bit of black to it just so that it doesn't look quite as fluorescent looking. So I've added a little bit of black to it. And I'm just going to add a dab of it right here. I'll do a stem actually. Stem and a dab. And then once I have that, I'm going to go in with my mop brush and I'm going to do the same motion that I did for the petals. And it is a lot lighter, and so I'm just going to go back in with this and add a line going through it, and then I'll just do the little stems that we have for it, and this is just in hopes that it'll catch the color and kind of spread all around where I need it to spread. You can also see the water, what's happening to it. There's clearly a lot of water, that's why it's kind of pooling. I'm just adding more dark color to the stem area so that it can flare out, and also at the end. And this is essentially how you do a nice, cute, pretty, loose poinsettia using your radiant colors, guys. I'm gonna do this one more time. Over here, a leaf, I mean. And just adding a bigger blob there. And then going in and doing the same motion. can see that there's quite a bit of water here. So I'm just taking out some water, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did previously there over here. And I'm just going to even enhance it by painting it in. This is totally doable too. So here's another method. So it gives you a nice flare. You add your little dark color at the bottom, and you're good to go. At the tip, yep, there we go. And we got some pretty cute effects. So definitely consider these colors, guys. And last but not least, we're almost done. I'm just going to add a couple of details like we did over there, over here. You don't really need to, in my opinion. I don't think so. But I'll just do a couple of really faint ones. Let's just see with the leftover color I have from that. Let's see how it transitions. Should have probably just added black to some of the pink that I had mixed. But this would work too, because it's just an overlay on color, and you can kind of see it, right? It is a pretty blend. And this is more of the loose look than the previous one. And then I'll just do a couple coming this way too. How pretty is that? I love it. I actually love it more than the other one. The other one's nice. It's just not as loose as this one, as I mentioned while I was doing that tutorial. The poinsettia is kind of like a tough flower to do, in my opinion. It's super easy, but also tough, if that makes any sense. Super easy because it's just like a bunch of leaves that you just paint on. But then I'm just not happy with the super easy bit of it. So I feel like achieving the actual look of it is a lot harder, and requires a little more detail. But look at this. Like, this is what I love. I love the whites. I love the different hues. And it's like amazing light and shadow, right? So hope you guys really like this. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Feel free to try and do this method using regular paints, and let's see what we get. But yeah, this would be more of the pink poinsettia than this one. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Send me your images. I love to see what you guys come up with. And thank you so much for subscribing and sharing this video as we get near to the holidays. So we'll chat soon, and see you for the Sunday live, where we will most likely be doing some of this all over again. That's 2 p.m. EST on this channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.